Thank you very much for joining me.
There we go.
Steve Ranazizi, what's the odds? Welcome back to the podcast. That's my own intro off of YouTube. I missed the song, so we played it for you guys this week. It's July 15th. What? Go ahead.
Can I start off? Emma, you're the sound expert. Is anybody who's listening to this going to be able to hear the song that Steve just played?
So here's the thing. I put the theme song in the audio part of the podcast every week.
Oh, you do?
It's just not on the video because
I
don't know how to edit video very well. But the actual audio in the RSS feed has the theme songs on it.
Yeah, you got to keep that in. Have dueling songs play.
Can you still I want you to put the audio in, and then when we start the video, my haphazard attempt at trying to get the audio in as well. I think I did it right. I'm supposed to.
No, it was great. It was just quiet.
We were all just singing. You can hear the chair squeaking. That was fun. July 15th, 2020, Wednesday. We're back on What's the Odds. I'm joined by Emma and my man, Brenton Biddlecombe, a.k.a. the $1 Million Baby, up in the corner. It's hot here in New York. I'm sure it's warm wherever you guys are. Mm-hmm. But people are out. They are at the beaches. They don't give a fuck. People are testing positive at an unprecedented rate for COVID. And I think that our industry as we know it is pretty much done. We put a nail in it for this year. So any jokes you want to hear, guys, there's no more live comedy anymore. I think all the live comedians have either been accused of something horrific or tested positive for COVID. There is no in between anymore. That's it.
What a great segue to promote Steve's upcoming dates. He'll be at the Helium 2 weeks from now, followed by the Chuckle Hut in Idaho.
And Giggles off of Marco Island at the end of August. Look, it's over, man. It's over for what we did, and we had a great run, and that was fun.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yes, of course it was. It was fun getting into dark, dank rooms, unventilated rooms with hundreds of strangers every single weekend, sharing ideas, thoughts, things that we found funny, and everyone going on their own separate ways after, not realizing that we probably all may have just killed each other. And those days are behind us now. Now we have to focus on the future and what we do now. And for me, that's Holy Water Car Wash. I have my talents into some real estate agents here, trying to find a market, the right place for Holy Water Car Wash. But I think a touchless car wash is the thing of the future. People want clean. They don't want to be touched. They don't want to be bothered. So boom, come to my Holy Water Car Wash. Get your soul cleansed. Get your car cleansed.
Wow.
Because God knows we can't do jokes anymore.
Cleansing souls and cars at the same time.
Yeah,
the Lord's work.
That's right. I did get out this weekend. I mean, look, I'm not putting myself at risk. New York is fine. New York. I mean, we're not fine, but like we had 0 new cases the other day, which is insane. Like that compared.
Are you talking about upstate New York, or is that including the city?
State of New York.
New York City.
0 deaths the other day. First time since this thing started. 0 fucking deaths. So we're kicking ass. We're doing well over here. Best case scenario is New York. Everywhere else is fucked. So we did a little trip, got in the car, drove to Ohiopyle, Pennsylvania, which is in the real fucking sticks of Pennsylvania. Met up with some friends.
Just to follow along with your train
I know
of
you're
thought.
going to say I left New York, where
New York is safe. Let's go to Pennsylvania.
Let's go somewhere else. Let's bring this shit back.
I'm going to set this up by saying where I live is fine, which is why I can go other places, and then bring it back.
No, I didn't go to a place where I thought I was going to bring it back. I went to literally a cabin in the woods that had just been cleaned. It was an Airbnb. I think the COVID family just stayed there and they cleaned it last week. COVID case test positive 1.
Patient 0.
Patient 0 COVID. And it's like, I don't know who. I mean, they cleaned it. They said they're going to clean it. People are staying at Airbnbs, and
I stayed at an Airbnb in Joshua Tree like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
it's totally fine.
So I felt okay about that, and it was in the middle of nowhere. And we drove there. We stopped at one rest stop. I got gas, put the gloves on, grabbed some bottles of water, and got back in the car. There was no like real big interactions.
Honestly, when we were driving, I was like, I think I'm just going to wear a mask into rest stop bathrooms for the rest of my life, even if we don't need it for COVID anymore, because they're disgusting. And I should have always been wearing a mask in there.
I think I'm wearing a mask on the plane for the rest of my life. I think that's going to be something that's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think you will see the majority of people for a while wearing masks on a plane, especially for shorter flights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that's completely out of the wearing masks, just going into filthy places.
Rest stop bathrooms.
Absolutely. It's a benefit. You don't have to smell anything. It's awesome.
Exactly.
Ohio Pile, it's like in the woods outside of Pennsylvania. They have a big whitewater rafting river there. And so we brought the family. We went whitewater rafting, and there was a couple families meeting together. We split up our families into various rafts. And the first half of the rafting trip was absolutely lovely. Now, they did say we haven't had a lot of rain. I'm sure wherever you are, there hasn't been a lot of rain in the East Coast. So they said the river is not that high. It's about 8 to 10 inches, something like that, which isn't that deep. So they said there's a lot of rock formations. You're going to have to just watch out for them. Our first half of the trip was absolutely lovely. We made it in like an hour and a half. We got to a lovely beach. We pulled over to the side with our raft. We ate turkey sandwiches. We're high-five, and everyone's having a great time. Then we did a little switcheroo on the rafts. Everybody moved. Who wants to be? Oh, Uncle Jay wants to be with all the kids in that raft. All right, some kids come over. Boom. Now we did a little mix-up on the rafts. Now kids aren't with their parents. Okay. We're going down the river, and then we're hitting rocks here and there. When you get on a rock, it's sort of a situation where if you're on the rock, you have to move to the other side of the raft. Everyone has to do, so you kind of lift the weight up off the rock, and then the water will just take it away. Mm-hmm. This was supposed to be between 11 a.m. We were supposed to be on the water, and we were supposed to be picked up at 3:30. We stopped our halfway point right around 12:15, so we were cooking. We were more than halfway before we needed to be. After we finished our lunch and got out to the second half in our mixed rafts, my raft had my wife in it, and another child, 2 other children, and another grown-up in our raft, our friend Michelle, her daughter, and another child from another family. So we're all on our raft, and we are hitting every single rock. When I tell you every rock, I'm saying every single rock. And I'm not talking about slamming into the ones you can see. I'm talking about the ones you can't see under that are like sticking out of the water about a half an inch, mm-hmm. like the raft. So and it was so much effort because there was so little water to get off of that rock. And then we would just go into another rock. And next thing you know, everyone we're going with is just cruising by us left and right. Boom. And it just seemed like they didn't hit any rocks at all. We hit like a Plinko chip. You remember that game Plinko?
With the marbles in it?
Yeah. So you drop the thing at the top, right? And it had all these little, like, little arms sticks sticking out. Yeah. And the little chip went down, and whatever slot it landed in, that's the money you want, right? But, you couldn't that was us going down this river. We were a Plinko chip nailing into every rock. We had friends that just zipped right past us.
Was there too many people in your raft?
Not too many people, too little water. They cannot send boats out with this little. It was like a fucking thimble of water in a rock garden trying to go down. I mean, it was impossible. So at one point, we were surrounded by no one that we knew, and we got stuck at this one section on 2 rocks, right? But wedged in between them. And now we cannot get the adults are trying to get up. They say never get out of the boat. I got out of the boat. I'm like, we gotta get out. I gotta fucking try to push this boat forward. Next thing you know, the little girl whose family was not in our boat wakes up from this nap that she had been taking. Kids just take fucking naps. They don't give a shit.
Only a kid can take a nap in the middle of
on a river raft going down.
Whitewater rafting.
She wakes up to us now stuck and
none of her
basically
parents.
the people that she's looking to for comfort and to be calm, are now panicking. I am panicked. I don't know how to get out of this situation. And I see another boat coming. This guy, ponytail, you could fucking smell the patchouli on him coming down the river, right? And he's just going, dude, you got to get on the other side, bro. You got to get on this side and bounce. I go, fuck you, dude. I've been down here 35 minutes trying to get off this fucking rock. It's 150 degrees. I have a child who's crying for the state of New Jersey. All this little girl kept saying is, I want to go back to New Jersey. I go, no one in the world has ever uttered that sentence before.
I was just going to say, what an awful
one.
Girl's having. She wants to be in New Jersey.
My wife is looking at me like, how you can't fix it. I'm trying to fix this, but she's in the water. She's trying to maneuver the boat. I feel so bad because I don't know how to fix any of this. I'm not an outdoors person or an aquatics expert. So finally, the guy that said gotta get on the other side, we flipped him off. He kept going. I see another kayak. I go, we cannot let this guy go by. These people need to stop and help us. There was 2 people, and this next guy had a helmet, a ponytail, but he looked like he was doing his doing, but he was also helpful. He turned his boat right and worked into the path of where we were, and then just literally came alongside of us. And then just grabbed onto the side of our boat and literally just fucking ripped it. Like his momentum with the water, he used it to rip it off the side. So we got off one rock, but we were now lodged on the other one, right? And he's trying to hold on. I go, dude, let go, bro. You're gonna dislocate your shoulder. He's like, no, I got you. I go, he goes, you're all gonna have to go to the other side of the boat where the rock was. And he goes, chances are it's gonna flip. I go, look.
This little girl is still crying, I assume.
Yes, and she's hysterical. And all she's heard is chances are it's going to flip. Now, let me tell you something, okay? If we were all adults in that situation, I would have done what this man had said. I would have said, you know what? We're fucking adults. We signed up for this. If we flip, we flip. But if we get off of it, this is the only way out, right? Because once you get to the other side, it's kind of hard to see. The water now will move up. And if it doesn't move you off the rock, it will just push the fucking boat upside down.
Right.
So I said, I cannot. I'm not this girl's parent. I can't flip
her into the river.
I don't. You're like that. I can't do it. I go. He goes. She'll be fine. She'll float down the river. I go. I don't. What are you saying to me? You're saying that it's okay for a 5-year-old just to float down the river?
Maybe his 5-year-old.
And he goes, no, you're good. So finally, he goes, you're good. And then he let his boat just got rocked a little bit, and he had to let go. So he let go. He goes, just do what I said, dude. I turn around, and the little girl goes, I want to go with him. I go, he's a stranger. She goes, I don't care. I want to go with him. I go, he's gone. You're with us, okay? And we're fucked.
This girl is forever traumatized.
Forever traumatized, right? She is literally, and the cutest girl you've ever seen, just crying, I want my mommy, I want New Jersey. So I go, we gotta get off this rock. Finally, I go, we pushed a little bit more, right? We pushed a little bit more, and then I got out of the boat, and I just kind of moved us away from the rock a little bit, and then the boat started to take off, and I held on to and now the boat's going, and I am holding on to the back, just eating rock, just boom, boom, boom. Finally pulled myself back up onto the boat. The girls ripped me into the boat, just covered in just gook and fucking sunburn. And about 150 feet away were all of our friends hysterically laughing at me, because it was the end. We didn't know it was the end. We thought we were still mired in the middle of this thing. It was like right around the corner from where we were was the end of this whole journey.
Oh, wow.
And the little girl we were with jumped out of the boat and ran to her mother crying. The mother comes running. She goes, what happened? She goes, they didn't know what they were doing. She goes, they almost killed us. And the mother's going, who's they? And she goes, them. And she points to us, her friends, the people responsible for her. And I was beyond, Weary wasn't even emotionally spent, physically destroyed. I told him, I go, I want to speak, because then you have to carry the boat up the fucking hill to where they take you back to where you park the cars. So you, whoever was in that boat, they go, you have to carry your boat up. I go, no, I can't. I go, I cannot do it. You don't know the ordeal we've been through. Okay, we cannot carry the boat right now. The little girl goes, I'll carry it. I go, fucking fine. We'll carry the boat together. All of us will carry, our boat will carry the boat up there.
Bob is cool. He hates you.
We lift up, me, my wife, our other friend Michelle lifted the boat. The little girl tries to jump in and I go, no, we're done. This is over. The raft part is done. Help us carry the boat up to the top. Nobody spoke to each other for about 40 minutes after. No one. Everyone was sort of just like, that was great. They all had a wonderful time. I didn't speak to anyone. Nobody spoke to me. They saw what we did was what we had went through. And I was like, I went to the people when we had to turn the life vest. I go, what? Why did you let us go? They go, yeah, you guys had a rough time, not a lot of water. I go, you shouldn't let. They go, we haven't canceled in 57 years. I go, if I had heard that before, I never would have gone down this.
Yeah.
Who hasn't canceled something in 57 years for weather? What whitewater rafting company hasn't canceled in 57 years? You should have
what
canceled
if it's
today.
pouring rain? What if it's like thunder and lightning? You still let people go down that river?
They say they do.
Absolutely.
Because it's plastic paddles. So
it's still a body of water.
You're in a rubber boat.
Yeah.
We had too little of water to get down. I literally got out the boat to piss at one point just to help us move a little further. I'll do it again only if there's more water.
That's crazy because it's been raining here in Maine for 2 days straight. This is the first time it's been sunny.
We haven't had any rain down here, and not like a decent amount. I think they're like 10 inches in deficit.
Wow.
But that's what the guy at the Ohio Pile rafting place was saying. But I mean, it was fun, but way more of a work. Like we were looking for like a fun daytime activity
a cruise,
for the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost brought booze and a fishing pole.
Good thing you didn't.
Steve, I think you're looking at this experience the wrong way.
Why?
I think there's a positive here.
Okay.
I think the Holy Car Wash is done. That idea is stupid. I think what you need to do is you're going to travel all over the country. You're going to do every single one of these whitewater rafting things, and you're going to map out where every single rock is. And then you're going to sell those maps.
I see what you're saying here, Brenton. So you're saying,
you're
Sharks.
so
Hey,
bad at it.
Yeah.
I will hit every rock on this path and then sell this map to those suckers that don't want to hit the rocks for $20 a piece.
It's like whitewater rafting GPS.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So I will tell you because I'll hit them. I'll hit every single one of them. I'll be your Plinko chip. Let me make the mistakes that you don't want to make. Let me show you where the turnoff points are.
You're the canary in the mine.
Let me be your into the wild. Let me be your canary in the mine hole. Right?
Yes.
Now, I'll go down the river, all these different rivers, and I'll tell you exactly like a human dummy where you want to turn and where you don't want to turn. Fuck the guides. They've been doing it too long. They'll lead you. I'm a regular person with the same skill level you have. I'll show you what not to do. I think that's a great idea, Brenton.
Yeah. Someone called the Sharks.
I really couldn't have done any worse. I really couldn't. I mean,
it is terrific though.
You said the first half of it was good though.
You're becoming Clark Griswold right before our eyes. It's fantastic.
And I don't mean to be either, dude. I don't mean to be. I truly don't. I don't mean to be like turning into Clark Griswold, dad, let's go try these weird things out. But nothing works out for me, dude. Nothing I'm trying to do. Like all our other friends had a really great experience. Like they were high-fiving and laughing and drinking beers after. And I wanted to lay down on the ground and die and physically die. We got back to the house. Everyone's like, all right, shower up, whatever, cocktail hour. And I went to my room and I laid face on the bed for 15 minutes and passed out, like just physically. Now, to be honest, it was tough all morning for me. I was very hungover. I had a very rough night the night before.
That'll get you.
I did a lot of wine, a lot of fireworks, some hallucinogenic mushrooms, a little bit of like a fire pit happening. I did a little dancing, a little yoga. Things got a little crazy, physical exertion. So
hey kids, Daddy just pumped himself full of drugs and booze. Do you want to go on a life or death situation?
And let me guide you too. Let me be your guide.
Not even your own kids, someone else's kids.
And then let me give me other people's kids. It was really like, but everyone else was like my son was in a boat with somebody else, and I'm like, I don't know. I wonder how they're going to deal with the panic that he has. when he gets in the same situation. No one else did. We were the only people. I'm telling you, dude. I don't want to be like I saw people way with more physical limitations than I have, like big fat people you could tell have never been in the woods before, like laughing at us going by us, laughing. I go, how is that fatso possibly maneuvering that canoe around all these fucking rocks in an inch of water? Wouldn't he just sink wouldn't he just be pressed at the bottom of the fucking, and that was it.
He's just breaking through the rocks.
Laughing at us, dude. I'm going to put some pictures up. Ohio, I think they're even public. If you go, we went on Monday, so Ohio Pile, I can't remember the name of the whitewater rafting company we use, but I'll put the pics up on the What's the Odds Instagram, because
that's cool.
They're funny because everyone else looks like they're having a great time, and I look panicked. I'm in my life raft vest, a big wicker hat. I don't look like I belong, okay? And I look struggled.
It doesn't sound like you did belong.
No, I don't. I try, guys.
We're not even
really
a week.
Tried.
We're not even a week removed from you flipping your canoe. By the way,
I know.
Just stay off the water.
Yeah, I don't think the water's your place, man. Maybe it's time to go hiking or something.
The land. Maybe I'm more of a land guy.
Yeah, maybe you're more of a land creature than a sea creature.
I do feel well summered in the last week, though. I do feel like I got a lot of lake time in, a little river time in, some nice outdoor fire pit time. I feel good about that.
That's good.
But I slept because it was like a 6-hour drive there. We drove on Sunday, and then like a 7-hour drive home yesterday. So I was like, last night I slept in my own bed, just out for fucking 12 hours straight. Total, just never woke up. My body's uber sore. My fucking lats are killing me from rowing. My ass hole is fucked.
Looks like that? Why?
It grew like the Grinch's heart.
It had to, because it was just so spread out for fucking 5 hours, laying on the tube, panicked, like, and when you get nervous, it would pucker up a little bit, and
would the rocks come up and get you?
No, there were no. We saw some baby ducks. We didn't go anywhere near them though.
Baby
but
ducks?
Baby ducks. We saw a baby reindeer. I mean, it was beautiful, but it was also like so little water that at the points where you could just normally, you don't have to paddle, you're supposed to be able to float down the river. We were into the wind, so it was almost like we were going backwards. So even during those parts, you still had to fucking continuously go. Fucking blisters on my hand from paddling.
You had quite the ordeal.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun. I would love to do it again. I would never go again with less water, or even remotely the same level of water. I want to know the water level before I pay. And
well, now you know to ask.
Back, and they said no. I asked for my money back, and they said no. I go, you guys knew that water level was too low. They go, no, it's just kind of, you don't get your money back. I go, you should. You shouldn't charge for that. They were like, is anything else? I'm like, all right, nothing. See you later. They weren't having it. Well, we had a blast. And it was good to get outside. And, everyone wore masks when we were in public. So we were very safe that way. On the bus ride to the fucking, where they dropped you off at the boats, you had to wear a mask and all that stuff. So we're still playing it pretty safe, but I don't know. I don't know what, I heard LA is just like backwards now. What is it?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We
like
jumped
March
back
now,
to phase one.
Phase one.
We're in lockdown again, basically.
Yeah. So no, like you can go order from a restaurant, but you couldn't go there and sit and eat at it or sit outside and eat at it or any of that stuff. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a good time.
I don't think, I think it's going to be herd immunity before it's a vaccine. I think they're trying to rush those vaccines, and they're going to, they'll say they haven't, but it's herd immunity at this point, guys. So, I mean, I just, I'm
ready.
I'm not going to, are you going to fly at all if you don't have to? I mean,
no.
Americans now selling the middle seats, I heard. United selling the middle seats.
Yeah, I don't have any of this. That's partially why I drove to Chicago. One of us needed to get back there, and no one wanted to fly. So we're like, fine, we'll just all drive, and then I'll drive back.
Yeah.
We'd rather drive for 30 hours than get on a plane for 4.
Yeah, it's a situation where I think, the asymptomatic people are, they feel fine, and everyone's just passing it out left and right to everyone else. And it's a lot of young people, so the hospital rates haven't gone tremendously through the roof everywhere, but in a lot of places it's getting pretty gnarly again. So yeah. And that's why, I think that comedy's fucking done. It's over. This is it. This is
For
all
now.
we have left.
For
now, yeah. But,
at least comedy
it feels
for
like
2020.
forever,
Yeah.
it feels like forever. And look, again, we can go back to that argument about sports and stuff. I think there will be no championships this year. I don't think any of these four, or I don't think baseball actually gets through their season. I don't think football gets through their season. I don't think hockey gets through their season. And I don't think the NBA gets through their whole season and crowns a champion.
Wow.
I really don't. I
Filling me with a lot of hope.
I'm just telling you, because
I really
they're
appreciate your
testing positive down
outlook.
at that bubble in Orlando.
Yeah.
They're getting positive test results from guys that have just been in that bubble already. So it's, I don't know how it's getting in there, but it's getting in there. Major League Baseball, they're going to be flying in a couple weeks.
I assume on private planes.
No, their own private.
the
team
have their
has
own
a
private
plane, but they still have to travel. They still have to go to other cities and stuff. So there'll be hotels and restaurants and all that other stuff. But so, and football, football. I love football. They just continue to proceed as if nothing's going on, and that's that. It's like they'll just, they're arguing over regular or preseason games right now. Should they have any versus how many they should have? It's like, look, as on a football level, yeah, of course, if I'm a new coach, I'd love to have a preseason game, or at least one, so that the first play I call isn't for real,
Right.
I can have a chance to fuck up a little bit or kind of learn. But, if you're thinking about not having any preseason games, how is that different than the week after when it's week 1?
Right.
To me, it's like, I understand people are trying to move on as if everything's going to be fine, but I don't see it happening. Not the way they want it to. Golf is sort of the most alone sport, and they're surviving. This week, they're going to have patrons back. We'll see what happens then. We'll see if everyone just starts passing it around, but at a certain capacity, obviously, the patrons will be back. But yeah, it's football. They have issues with contracts. They don't know what's going to go on next year. So it's like, do they sign players to long-term deals based on what revenue?
Yeah, AJ Green's probably not going to sign his franchise tag because he doesn't want to. I don't think he wants to be a Bengal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think his time there is probably done, but he could maybe help out Joe Burrow if he did.
Of course.
And then Dak Prescott. It's now 12:07 p.m. on the West Coast. At 1 o'clock, that's the deadline for Dak Prescott, either signing the franchise tag or a long-term deal with the Cowboys.
It's not going to happen. They're going to franchise him. And why not? I would franchise him too. That's a win for everyone. Are you 100% sold on Dak Prescott being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
I'm not, but in the last 4 years, he's tied for the second most wins of all starting quarterbacks. But
here's my point. If the question that I asked you, if you're not 100% certain of that, you are about to pay him top 5 quarterback money. And that will be the top 5 quarterback money probably 3 years into his contract. He'll still be making top 5 quarterback money. And remember, his last year of his contract, he'll still probably be making top 5 quarterback money when he certainly will not be a top 5 quarterback. So, and how much cap space that hit takes each year, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So, to me, I go, Dak Prescott is no better, in my estimation, than Kirk Cousins. It's Washington Redskins all over again. You do it this year, you see what you get. Okay? You figure out if the problem was him, if the problem was somebody else, if the problem was Mike McCarthy, if the problem was the new play caller, what is the problem? But if it's Dak, at least you don't have to worry about it 4 or 5 years going on.
Yeah.
Then you also have to say to yourself, if it's not Dak, okay, well, who is it then? And is Dak, us signing him to a long-term deal, is he going to make up for the percentage that he's going to have to make up, not just the top 5 quarterback, he's going to have to make up for other players. He's going to have to be good enough to make up for other players that they can't sign because they don't have the cap space anymore. So unless you are 100% sold on that, and there are very few options, and to me, probably the only guy is Mahomes.
There are very few options.
Mahomes, yes. If I had Russell Wilson, yes. Okay? There are the guys that, but do you think Jared Goff, you don't think if the Rams could go back right now,
Oh, absolutely.
in time, not sign Jared Goff to that deal, you don't think they'd do that?
They would do that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, they would do that. And to me, it's the same situation. I think if you ask the Redskins, they probably were happy that they let homeboy go, Kirk Cousins go. Because, they don't have to pay him. They got to pay somebody else, and they don't have a decent quarterback. But, that's their own problem.
Dwayne Haskins could develop.
Yeah. So, to me, I'm not – if I'm a Cowboys fan –
and by the way, they're not the Redskins anymore. So, you got to stop. It's very offensive. So.
I know. What are they going to be? The Warriors? That's what I think they want to be.
They don't know yet.
The Washington Warriors sounds the best, makes the most, I guess, sense.
Yeah, that does sound good.
I mean, I don't know what
it rolls.
Washington Warriors. I don't know if the Golden State Warriors have some sort of copyright. I don't know, but it's I
imagine they don't, because there's probably college and high school teams that are called the Warriors.
I mean, Redskins is probably the most offensive, I would say. I mean, I'm not Native American, but the Indians can't be that far behind. Am I right?
Yeah, and I think there's also a move to try to change them. They already took the mascot. They changed the logo.
The logo?
2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, the logo is almost as offensive as the Redskins name. I feel like it's really bad. But, there's going to be a couple. The St. John's, probably 10 years ago. They used to be the Redmond, St. John's Redmond. And they changed to the Red Storm, probably a lot of college teams did it like 10 or 12 years ago. And so I think these pro teams, I mean, what about the Chiefs? Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, I don't know.
They're walking the line,
Yeah. You think tall people like Giants? I don't think they want to be, probably be associated that made fun of the Giants. I wouldn't want, Brenton?
Who knows?
What if they had the little guys, like the Buffalo little guys? How would you feel about that?
I would feel really good about that. I would feel included.
Didn't that little guy get signed on I saw we posted something about.
The 5'2". The Oregon State player that's going to start at wide receiver if there's a season. He's 5'5", and he weighs 140 pounds, I think, or 150 pounds.
Wow.
There's like a highlight of him going up and jumping over a DB and catching a touchdown pass. Like, he's legit a freak athlete. He just happens to be really short.
And you're like, so you're saying there's a chance.
That's my hero.
Dude, I'm telling you, Tyreek Hill's not that tall. How tall is he? He's like, what, 5'10", probably?
A hell of a lot taller than me.
I'm 5'10".
He's probably at least, I'm going to pull this up. He's probably 5'11", 6 foot at least.
Emma, you're taller than Brenton.
Everyone's taller than Brenton. That's not.
Are you the shortest person at All Things Comedy?
Is Rachel taller than you?
I don't think Rachel's taller than me.
Yeah, I think Rachel might be.
He's 5'10". 5'10".
For the same height.
5'10". All right. 5'10". Yeah, I mean, you would look Tyreek Hill in the eyes.
There we go.
Odell Beckham's only 5'11".
I know. I was so mad when the Giants drafted him. So I was like, because I wanted Mike Evans, and he wasn't there, but I was like, I wanted Mike Evans so badly, and then we got what we got. But anyway, Dak Prescott, to me, that's not a bad move. I don't think he's shown or proven that he can win with he can push the mediocre team and make them better. That's what I'm saying. I think that's top 5 quarterback money.
Well, he had a mediocre team last year, and they were mediocre. So
they remained.
I have to say you're completely right. It's just, I think Jerry Jones may panic because of the lack of options, and Dak is a very popular quarterback. So, it becomes more of a political move than an actual football move. Who would replace him? Are you going to piss off more people than not by getting rid of him? And, could you win enough games to justify signing him for big money?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, they gave Myles Garrett the money, though. Did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. $225 million. So I'm saying, because they are signing big contracts with players.
Yeah.
Obviously the Mahomes contract was massive, but Myles Garrett getting $125 million for 5 years, $25 million a year, richest deal of a non-quarterback. Interesting.
It's not bad.
I mean, look. Yeah. He is 24 years old and has 25 sacks, something like that. I mean, just on the field, unbelievable production. But do you think that any part of the whole fight incident last year plays into him not warranting $125 million? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think he should have taken a hit?
No, but there's definitely a risk to signing a guy who can lose his mind like that and attack, and there's no saying that he won't do it again.
Right. So you're taking a chance, and you're paying a guy a lot of money who might not be on the field as much.
I would take the chance because he is a great player, but hopefully somewhere in that contract it says, "Hey, if you do this again, then we can take all the money back and fuck you."
You think okay, some sort of morality clause.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to behave if you want to get paid this money.
Got it.
But skill-wise, I would absolutely sign that guy.
That feels like, I don't know, 100 years ago. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah.
What was it?
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. Yeah. That honestly felt like 1,000 years ago. When I saw that he got the deal, I almost forgot about the fight. It's been that long, and that was a pretty fucking brutal. I mean, was that a national game? That was like a Monday Night Football game, right?
That was, I believe it was Sunday or Monday night.
Sunday night, yeah. It was like a big game. I remember that being big fucking news. And then there was that whole controversy as to whether Mason Rudolph said, used the N-word. And then all of a sudden, fucking, that got into it. And then it just all sort of fucking went away. I mean, do you think that, like...
Well, he went and apologized. He served his time.
Oh, no,
But he did all the right things.
He did his, served the suspension and all that stuff. But there was no sort of like, did he say it? Did he not say it? Back and they just sort of dropped it, whether or not. I know Mason Rudolph obviously denies it 100%, but
yeah,
I mean,
I think they kind of figured out that it didn't happen.
Oh, really?
It was just kind of fabricated. I could be wrong, but okay. I think that's usually the way it goes when we stop hearing about it.
Look, he is a pretty eclectic dude. Myles Garrett, he loves opera. He's got some fucking charity work that he does. He's really kind of into the community as well, which is great. But it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be something that like you said, he's going to have a switch that gets flipped every couple of years that you're going to lose him for 4 or 5 games because. Is he Ndamukong Suh, where he really doesn't learn his lesson and just continues to do shit over and over?
Yeah.
And has like what they call these like fucking brain fart moments, That's a lot of money to pay someone that has that kind of fucking, but we'll see. I mean, look, production, you can't beat it. You cannot beat 100. I mean, that guy next to Aaron Donald might be the best defensive player out there, right?
I agree. And yet Madden gave J.J. Watt the second best rating.
They love J.J. Watt, dude.
But I have an update. This is, however, from Saturday, February 15th. Myles Garrett could be sued for his N-word claim, Mason Rudolph's agent says.
Oh, see? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't that's got to be settled. Either, you apologize for saying it or I didn't say it. Or, I mean, I can understand you, but.
But that's the last thing on it was from the middle of February.
Damn.
There's nothing more recent than that.
Fuck. Myles Garrett, 25 million. I mean, that's. I'm looking at the ratings for the. Dude, they gave Tom Brady a 90?
Yeah, even though he's 58 years old.
Yeah, he's gotten a 90, they said, for 18 years. Almost all, except for his first year.
Go ahead and take a look at arm strength for quarterbacks and look at who's at the top of the list.
Oh, your boy. Your boy.
Finally, accuracy is probably like a 7, but they gave him the 99 for the arm strength.
Damn, dude. Oh, and Kenny Stills was arrested for protesting in Louisville.
Yeah.
That
made me happy, though, to see a football player arrested for a positive thing instead of a negative thing.
Of course. Yeah, usually these are much worse situations. Yes. I don't see how they're going to have football start up in a couple weeks.
It's
I don't know how
hard.
they're going to do it. Yeah,
but they need to do it for my sake. I got to win some money. I got to win some money, Steve.
Have you not played at all since I know you did a little golf, but you haven't touched it at all?
No, I stopped doing golf. I suck at golf. I don't know anything about it, so it's just like throwing money at the wind.
I think I know too much now. I think I know too much. I think I'm getting too involved in it now. I'm so pissed off last week. I had such a good fucking Thursday, Friday. And then just my guys, and on Friday, 2 of them didn't play well in the afternoon, and I fucking missed the cut, and then I just had a shitty weekend. So pissed off about that. I got to get guys that all make the fucking cut. That's what I need to do.
That's the trick. And then you're $1 million richer.
That's what I'm saying, man. And I picked the winner. I got the fucking winner right. But this week I got, because this is kind of a rare occasion. They're playing back-to-back at the same venue. So last week they played in Dublin, Ohio at the what's the fucking, I don't know, remember, Muirfield. And so this week they're playing the same place, but they're going to fasten up the greens like Jack Nicklaus thinks he can make the greens way, way faster. This week I got great putters. So I took Victor Hovland, Zach Johnson, Morikawa, Ian Poulter, Xander Schauffele, and Brandt Snedeker. That's one lineup. And then I made another one. DeChambeau, Adam Hadwin, Alex Noren, Ian Poulter, Justin Rose, and Brandt Snedeker. I think putting's going to be important this week. The green's going to be super, super fucking fast. And so I think that'll be the good value to go with. But what the fuck do I know? Every week I do well on Thursday.
We're supposed to know. That's why people tune in. We're supposed to know. Again,
look, nobody fucking knows. The best guys in the world get 51% of it right. So it's all, someone can have a fucking bad night with their wife, and next thing you know, they're having a shitty day. So I'm trying to figure out golf, but I can't do it. Baseball this week was tough as a Yankee fan. Tanaka got blasted in the face, which might have already happened last week. But then Aroldis Chapman got fucking COVID. And TJ LeMahieu's got COVID. Damn. So, yeah, I know. I don't think baseball, we'll see. We'll see when they start traveling. Hopefully these guys can just, get it and not have too many symptoms and move on. But, I hope that's the way it goes, but I don't see it happening that way. I think we're going to be shut down fucking again, just like California.
Oh, yep. Tell me how you really feel.
If basketball does start back up again, I will gamble on that.
You will?
Yeah, I was enjoying it. I was kind of, I really got into it. January, I was watching games every night.
It's just so unpredictable now down there. It's like, I don't,
Yeah, but I want something. Something needs to happen. I don't watch golf. I don't care about golf. I don't watch MMA. I want something with multiple people on a field to happen.
Yeah. It's I don't know, Brenton. I don't see multiple things happening on fields anytime soon. I really don't. Dr. Fauci, he's the only one I listen to, honestly, truly. I know I'm a fucking idiot. I probably am an idiot, but I listen to Fauci. It just doesn't seem like the guy wants people to die. But, Well,
what an inconsiderate bastard.
I know. I know. I mean, look, I don't want people to die either, but I want my kids to go back to school. I can't teach them. I don't like. We're supposed to start school in a couple weeks. I mean, how are you going to send your kids to fucking school right now?
New Hampshire schools are going to open.
And there's a district in Orange County that they're going to open with no social distancing and no masks.
Yeah.
I mean, kids are they're like rats. They spread disease from each other, from family to family. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They're disease carriers. And because they're so fucking healthy with their tiny brand new bodies, it's like they just blast it onto the next person. And that's it. They sneeze one day and next thing you know, we all have fucking
teachers.
COVID. Yeah.
5 teachers are dead.
But I can't do it anymore. So send them to school. That's what I say. Send them to school. If our school was like no masks, send them in. We're sending them in, dude. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep running this fucking camp. Rent is easy. I'm flinging myself into lakes. I'm fucking trying to get down rivers. I'm finding things to do. I can't do it anymore. Camp Rent is easy is over. We're shutting down. Go back to school.
Just got to get a couple of giant hamster wheels, or maybe like the bubble soccer stuff. Just put them in those.
Yeah.
It's too humid. They'll pass out. Trust me. I tried a lot of a It's fucking hot and humid.
He's already knocked his kids out a few times.
Yeah.
It's going to start doing damage at some point.
Has anything interesting happened in either of your lives? Brenton, have you left at all? No. You're not even leaving the apartment anymore?
Not really. Just for Rogue to go to the vet. That's about it.
Is everything all right? Things are okay?
Yeah. I mean, not to be too graphic, but we've seemed to be much better, and just a lot of diarrhea the last few days.
And how's the dog?
She's doing better than me.
Good. All right, excellent.
I'm not doing much, just hanging out.
I know. You look like you have a nice spot, though. You look like you're pretty chill there, Em.
That's partially why we drove all the way here, was because it's just Maine. It's also, we're in Maine, and it's like Maine's very chill. There's not a lot of cases. People are very relaxed. Like, you have to wear the mask to the grocery store and stuff, but like the beaches are open.
Yeah.
And everything seems to be fine. It's been like this for weeks, and everybody seems fine. So I'd rather be here than in LA.
I feel like the New York vibe I've gotten used to it, where it's like, hey, we're not open, but you can kind of get a little bit of sense of
you can pretend things are open enough that you forget what's going on for like a split second.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not eating. I mean, I see people around the corner. They're eating at an Applebee's outdoors under a tent in a parking lot of a strip mall next to a fucking highway. Like, I'm not that desperate to go. Like, you cannot be that.
Yeah, like, we're not going out. We've gotten takeout a few times, so like, we're not going out to eat. But like, the seafood up here is so fresh. We're just cooking.
Yeah, just eat it.
I'm worried that I've been living like this for too long that I'm not going to go back, because it was hard enough to want to leave the house at night anyway. And now it's just like, I'm never leaving again.
Yeah.
I know. Well, there's nothing to go back to. There'll be no comedy, dude. It's over, bro. I told you that.
I'm with Rogue. Yeah, it's weird.
Hey.
And I think this is, by the way, I said the most depressing thing. I think this is going to be the first in probably 3 or 4 of these we're going to face in our lifetime.
This isn't going away anytime soon.
No, bro.
So.
Just get used to it. Get used to it, Brenton. Oh, isn't life great?
Maybe I'll move to Maine permanently. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, we can all be wherever the fuck we want now.
Yeah, everything's going to stay remote forever. It doesn't matter where I live.
Dude,
I'm going to buy an Airstream.
I built a wine room. That's what I've been doing.
That's cool.
I'm living a totally different life now.
Brenton's an alcoholic now.
Dude, by the way, my friend had something he called it holiday heart. He went to his doctor. He was like, I have holiday heart.
What's holiday heart?
It doesn't even exist. It's basically alcoholism. It's like when you have heart palpitations from just fucking abusing your body for a week. So we're all going to have fucking quarantine heart when it comes out of this. Brenton's been turning into a wine connoisseur. He built a fucking panic room, a.k.a. his wine room.
Steve.
There you go.
Dude. Well,
the apocalypse comes, I'll be in Brenton's wine room.
Anything interesting news-wise happening that we should know about, Brenton? I don't even know if anything happened. I haven't been on the internet for a while.
Nothing too crazy. Just this country is going to eat itself.
Uh-huh.
So
We are the only now developed country with coronavirus, right? Like
where it's surging, I think so.
Right? Yeah. I think even Sweden. Shout out to Casper from Sweden, Norway, Denmark. I think even Sweden was like the last major country to not have it under control, and now they have it under control.
Yeah.
So we're just alone now. The one fucking dum-dums out there can't figure this fucking thing out, right? That's us. And would you have it any other way?
No, couldn't happen to a better group of people.
America.
Right? But the good news is the election's only a couple weeks away or a couple months away. Do me a favor, Ruth Bader.
It's a couple
days,
years
hours,
away.
months, whatever. It's all the same shit.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg's in the hospital again.
She can't die.
She cannot. She cannot die.
She has to live.
She has to live probably forever, but at this point,
ideally
at least till
forever.
November. Yeah. That's the only news I know about, truly. Other than that, we're doing great, guys. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Crushing.
Yes.
Sure.
Shout out to our Patreon members. Thank you so much for continuing to support us. We'll have something new for you soon, I promise. Lucas, we love you, buddy. We're thinking about you. You're in our
I
hearts.
think from now on, whenever somebody can't make the recording, we just still put a screen up and we do it baseball stadium style. We let them put their face on.
We'll let them just throw up a little fucking cutout poster of themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that idea. I would love to say that I'm excited because baseball's a week away. I think we're going to get a couple of games in and then they're going to shut down. So I'm excited about opening day. It's in a week from now. Yankees at the Nationals. I think it's Thursday night. Probably Scherzer and Garrett Cole. How great would that be? That's going to be something to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
Great, Brenton. Thank you.
Just a couple of bottles of wine, watch some baseball.
Yeah, I'm watching Bloodline, by the way, and we're enjoying it. Anyone ever get into Bloodline?
No, but I'll look it up.
All right. And that
Need a
and
new show.
Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. Jeff Dennis told me to.
You might like The Alienist.
The Alienist?
Yeah, we just watched the first season of that. Second season comes out Friday, I think. It's pretty good.
Is it
It's about
sci-fi?
No, it takes place in like 1896, New York City, and it's this doctor that deals with like mental patients, and he gets into their minds to figure out how to solve murders.
Weird.
All right, we'll check it out. Is it on Netflix?
I think it's on Hulu.
Oh, sorry. I know you're a company man. My bad. My fault, Brenton. Didn't mean to bring it up. We're enjoying Bloodline. My wife just loves Kyle Chandler, so we'll watch anything he's in. It's fun. And also Ben Mendelsohn. I think that's how you say it. He's fucking pretty insane.
He's great.
He's fantastic. Everyone's great. That's it. That's all I have for this week. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I love you all. And that's it, right, guys? I don't have to play the music. You can just do it at the end, right?
I got you.
All right, everyone. Be well. See you next week. Love you.
Go Bills.